Welcome to this year's science presentation. We have a new CTL in science, Mrs. Black. You'll be able to find her contact details on the school website. We'll be talking about both content in triple and combined science. They're slightly different, but there are so many common threads that we're going to cover them both in this same pod. First of all, it should be noted that this is a very knowledge-rich subject, and so the PLCs and the use of PLCs are going to be incredibly important to make sure that our students are organised and ready to retain all of that information from Year 9 and Year 10 study. So making sure we're organised and ready sets a really good precedent for what we're going to add to in Year 11. In terms of the course content, we can see on the screen at the moment we've got a mixture of biology, chemistry and physics. The threads of each of these are exactly the same, whether we're doing combined or triple. However, in chemistry and physics, there are two topics each, which are slightly different to those that are in the combined science content. So that's quantitative chemistry, rates of reaction in chemistry, and electromagnetism and space science in physics. Within the biology topics, there are singular lessons that are triple content only, and these will be indicated in revision guides as well as in lesson content. In terms of assessment, both triple and combined science will sit 6 papers, 2 from each biology, chemistry and physics. And you can see on the screen at the moment that the structure of each paper is exactly the same in terms of content. However, how it's assessed in the combined science, each paper is 1 hour and 15 minutes long, slightly shorter, whereas in the triple exams, they are 1 hour and 45 minutes, slightly longer, to take into account the extra content on that course. After the assessments, the grades will come from a mixture that depends on whether they are doing combined or triple science. With combined science, all 6 papers will contribute to an overall set of grades, and this will come as 2 grades in their science. With the triple science, each pair of individual papers, so the 2 biology, then the 2 chemistry and the 2 physics papers, will contribute to 3 individual grades for each of those subjects. Working independently. There is a large amount of content to cover, and it's important that our students are thinking about the content that was taught in Year 9 and 10. This is why we encourage all of our students to know their PLCs inside out, and then utilise the feedback from class teachers, along with tools like GCSE Pod, Seneca Learning, and online sites like physicsandmathstutor.com to take ownership of that learning and make sure that they are topping up that learning from the previous years. Revision guides are also available. These will be purchased via Wise Pay, and once that purchase has been made, they'll be able to be collected from the science prep room. Finally, it's important to note that there are required practicals in this subject, some that we have sat already and some that will happen this year. Each of these required practicals could come up as a significant question within each of these papers. So it's important that our students are aware of the practicals, the equipment that's used, and how the equipment is used to get the desired outcome. The list of practicals and required practicals are up on the screen right now. And on the next slide, which we'll finish on, there will be a list of YouTube playlists that will cover each of these practicals. We will also be looking at these practicals in class and during our Period 7 series. Thank you very much.